Hey guys, BX Brix back with another Lego Transformer review, but it's a bit of a, not of a natural, thing that we do here, because this is actually an unfinished model. This is Transmetal to Megatron. I didn't clip his wings, it's just that I don't have the pieces to actually make his wings per se. The only reason I'm doing the review is because I will likely post the instructions on my website, and I just don't see me needing to build or finish him anytime soon in particular. This is just what I was naturally able to finish with the pieces I already had on hand, but even for me to do like a prototype form, I would still have to order pieces because it uses like a flame type of piece for the wings. There's like 6 of them. I thought I might have had at least 1 or 2, but I have none. And I did design like a brick built type of wing, but it just didn't fly. No pun intended. But so I didn't want to just build it this far without showing how it transforms, because if you decide to get the instructions and build it on your own, then at least you'll have somewhat of a video guide to know how to transform them. So like I said, this is kind of like a rough prototype. It's not even like an official prototype, which would be all gray and fully built out the way that I designed it. But if you want to see what it looks like, I'll probably put a picture of the render at the end of the video instead of taking pictures of this in different poses. Let's get into articulation, I guess. Multiple ball joints throughout the neck, so he could get these arms out the way a little bit. I had him holding his head in shame because he was incomplete. But yeah, he could look all the way down. This joint right here is just a little loose because it's an older ball joint. But his mouth does open, and the little horns, could technically move around. I'll just leave it. This is gonna flop, and like that. I was gonna try to do a challenge to see if you don't laugh, but call them loose neck megs. All right. Regular ball jointed arms, of course, and go ahead, just go to sleep. So his hands, they turn on these T-joints, and his claws are articulated as well. All that good stuff. This is the connection where the wings would be, and I have a couple of the Technic pieces here. I guess this would go in here, and then there's another one that goes in there. But it'll be 3 wings on each side, and that would be able to move up and down, and to flap and all that good stuff. This joint is where like there's like a axe blade, like a little tiny one that clips onto that to mimic how he looks with the toy and everything. The tail, much similar to the neck, just full of little ball joints and stuff like that. I have to kind of hold that there. And I have some pieces that I would have brought out, but I had to dig through bins and stuff just to find the actual pieces that I do have for the tail. But I mean, you can kind of tell how that moves. For the legs, they are also on ball joints, I believe. Let's kind of hold that in. And let's see, what would be the actual knee of this thing? Because it kind of shapes like this, comes down, and then like that. So I guess this would be the knee of the dragon, maybe? And then ankle articulation with the ball joint, of course. And then his little toesies move up and down. They're pretty much the same design as my Beastwars Megs, which you guys haven't technically seen a video for that yet either at the time of me doing this video. So I need to get on that. I need like a production team or something. Call my guys at Lego Masters or something to get some videos done. But oh geez, look at that. It makes me laugh. That's why this thing is still around. But either way, transformation, of course. We'll start with the legs since that's pretty simple. Just kind of straighten them out just like the regular toy, and it's on a ratcheted joint back here, like that, and then straighten out the feet and stuff. So you got that, and then, oh, don't try to disconnect now. It's like some ball joints are, you know, extra tight, some are loose, depending on, you know, whatever is in the collection and the year that the piece comes out and all that stuff. All right, what am I doing with this? Just kind of flop that back there, I guess. What do we do next? It's going to be like this whole thing kind of explodes a bit. So the dragon arms are on black Travis bricks, the 1x1 brick with like studs on all sides, and that connects to the back of this headlight brick right there. This whole thing is going to flip up on both sides, allowing the front of the chest to then fold down because we have to get the robot arm out of the chest. So I guess to help make that a little easier, and then these dragon arms fold up into the chest as well, replacing the robot one. It's a lot. But that's why I wanted to do this video, because otherwise you guys wouldn't know instinctively how to transform this thing. But we'll work on the chest here now to where we take these and we rotate this around like that. Instead of doing the whole fold chest, like the fake chest, or switching, I just found a way to transform the dragon chest into the robot chest. And then this would flip up. And then there you go, you have the Megatron robot chest. Now for the messy part, oh boy. I got the head and everything back there too, which kind of looks crazy in that position. We're gonna move this tail, dragon head all in the way. That'll kind of, and we'll work on that afterwards, I guess. Just trying to get everything out the way a little bit. Then dragon neck could flip somewhere out that way. It's gonna be a mess, I'm sorry. But so to help with things, these pieces do flip out or rotate outward. Those are his flanks, I guess, maybe. But if and when I do actually build this thing out, like the actual model, the neck will not be this floppy at all. Let's see, I want to get the tail out the way, I want to get the head out the way, because I need to get into these Travis bricks right back here. And this little piece rotates up to, depending on, you know, what you need it for, but it's just to kind of fill in this blank right there. But that could go there if it helps. But gotta kind of get in there. Ideally without, because it's like the clutch power on this part is really strong, and it needs to be, because this is the only thing. I mean, it's not the only thing, because there's like a rocking brick down here that allows the chest to fall forward. But that brick down there and these, you know, this whole structure here is what really keeps the two halves of the chest together. So kind of maneuver this dragon head around to kind of, you want to at least clear this piece by like that line, so push it back that way. And I can already see here that the arm came loose, but I will show you where that connects to once I get everything, you know, exploded. here and pry this open with some hope. There you go. So that did what it was supposed to do. Very most awesome. And like I said, the arm had disconnected already, so that's the only reason it's doing that right now. But this gray Technic pin right there goes into the bottom of this piece right there, which I might find another way to kind of connect this, because this is really like, it's on there pretty tight, but with maneuvering the dragon head, this could loosen that up. But yeah, if I take off this bushel right there, it makes it to where everything doesn't line up the way it's supposed to. So ultimately what happens is, let's close the mouth of the dragon and all that good stuff there. So just to get this up and around, I'm going to kind of just fold this down for now. And the dragon head has to fold in this way. Sorry, I don't want to be too close to the camera. And just kind of imagine the arm being connected in there. As we take this, and you really want to kind of keep your finger right there, and this red Technic piece is going to rotate 90 degrees. Nice and around like that. And you can let the dragon head kind of fall that way, but this is where, that's the configuration you want that to be in. So, like I said, everything is exploded a bit. And for the arm would have, it'll be in this position when you flip it open, right? So this you could fold outward and kind of get everything open a bit, but you see how the ball joint is right there, so it's going to rotate. Oh Jesus. That's what I meant. When everything's exploded, it's like, it's a bit of a headache, because you kind of want to like move things quick to get everything back secured with these pieces, but just to kind of show you what everything looks like. So you're gonna rotate on this Technic piece right here. I mean, sorry that I don't know the names of these pieces, but let me just move that out the way. It's gonna be this piece right there. So that ball joint right there was facing that way to kind of keep everything nice and compact. But that's where all that good stuff goes right there. And then now you got the dragon arm on that side. And you know, oh geez, that'll just rotate. You know, you could kind of just do whatever you need to do with that after the fact. Now this was connected right there. And oh, then you gotta work with the crotch plate and stuff. So the arms may disconnect. Oh, it's on there pretty tight now. So this chest piece was right there like that. I might decide to put the 4-studded one, the 2x2 on there. I gotta see what the tolerances are like. But I'll probably take it off just for now so that we're not watching that drop a whole bunch of times. And we have some of these rounded 1x1s with the bar right there. So those are gonna rotate down. So we're gonna rotate the hip joint out that way and bring it down and get Mr. Floppy Neck out the way somehow. Come on, go that way somewhere. There you go, tuck that right up in there. So once that rotates down, then you could, nope, don't disconnect. Rotate that out and then bring it down. like that. And then you'll be able to rotate it, ideally back up, once, you know, the chest being connected to this piece goes back up. So I'm just going to do this to kind of show you what it looks like, you know. That's the whole kind of purpose of the video. And then you do the same on this side. Probably want to rotate that arm out the way. Bring it down, rotate this piece out. Trying to keep everything together here. There you go. And you can kind of bring that together so that way, you know, it'll have like less of a wide stance, like you're bringing the hips in, you know, for robot mode basically. And that'll go like that, right? So now I'll show you what to do with the chest piece. And we will pretend that that's connected where it was before. Let me actually get this out the way so the camera could focus on the right thing. So now you're looking at the chest and you got to fold these dragon arms up. So you see how the ball joint is like on the outside of the chest? You want to get it on the inside by just rotating it. And you're going to pretty much rotate it up like this. Just get this forearm out the way. It's going to be kind of in this position. And rotate that there. So that's, you know, this is the front of the chest, and the dragon arm is going to fold in like that. And then the little dragon hand is going to rotate down and fold the fingers down. Now, once it's in the chest, you'll probably tilt the hand a little bit inward like that, because those flanks are going to have to come back and fill in that gap right there. So inside the body, you're going to want these kind of pointed down, you know, with the claws facing this way towards the front, the forearm nice and tight like that. And you can see like the color is facing the outside versus facing the inside. So, you know, do that on the other side as well. Just rotate the forearm now to kind of get things out the way. And rotate that TRANSFORMERS brick. And it'll seem a lot easier like this because I'm doing it while it's disconnected. But it works. Like the first time I transformed it, it worked the way it should. It's just that some of these pieces are a little loose. And then you take the dragon hand, bring it in, fold the little hands down, probably tilt it slightly, like that. And that's what that's gonna look like. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Let's get this back to where it should be. Give it a good squeezins. And this, like these are like the first color ball joints that, you know, came out when this piece was created. So that's why it's like super loose. But here, I would use one of those gray ball joints with the Technic axle. That's what you would use right here. I'm trying to see if, yeah, I don't have one that's on them because they're all involved in other models right now. I'm trying to order more of those too. Those are really good, but they have good clutch power in this piece right there. That's the one that you want to use that for. Yeah, I guess you could also, no, I wouldn't, like if you have the option to use this piece, but it has like that Technic pin on both sides, I would still choose this one because the ball joint with that light gray ball joint with the Technic pin, or the Technic axle, it gives you way better clutch power because it's not 2 points of articulation. If you go with that one, it'll spin in this. It'll give you some clutch, but not as much as this because this doesn't move, you know? So as if this was attached to that rocking plate the whole time. I might actually move this down just to, make it a little easier there. So it would have been like that, and then it's going to fold up, but you got to watch out because these hands, the dragon hands, are going to kind of bump into that bar right there. So you kind of just want to bend them down a little bit as you're getting everything back into place. Like that. So everything is nice and squoze in there. Alright, so that's what that looks like. And then you could bring these back down to secure everything. Let's get that robot arm out the way. And then you bring this back down and clip that in there. And that'll take just a little finagling to do because now you've rotated it and such, so you're kind of working with multiple angles at one time. Let's see, what could I do to help straighten that out a little bit? There you go. So that clips in like that. Do the same on this side. Once one is in, then it kind of helps like guide the other one in. So, and then that part, yeah, see, like this comes off a little bit too easy, so that's why I want to probably re-engineer that piece right there, especially with the weight of the dragon arm and everything on there. Like, might find a different way, because I would just do like a Technic 2x2 with the pin sticking out, like the plate, but I don't know if I want to do that quite yet, because, well, for the next part, figuring out the head part and everything, so we're gonna rotate this up just to get that out the way. Want to make sure all that is nice and tight, and it's not, so yeah, because that part comes out a little too easy for me also. Once that's up, you'll be able to take these flanks and bring them back in. And you probably just want to bend this down slightly. What is in the way? Something is in the way here. Is it that? Is it this piece that's in the way? Gotta love the blooper free or blooper loaded videos. Yeah, that's fine. So then this side comes in also. Oh, it is the dragon arms that are kind of, there we go. So that's what that looks like. Get in there and you can kind of manipulate that. Everything looks good so far. Straighten out the leg just a bit. Alright, so for the back here, what we would do is you're going to rotate at the Travis brick right there. It's like on another Technic axle piece. And that should rotate around like this. And then make sure that you have everything straightened out. Now, get that head straight, and then the rocker plate like that. And it kind of helps to maneuver the tail back now. And then it's going to rotate on that clip system in there with the bar. So that'll look like that. And then you can rotate all of this up like that. And And then from there, you could take this little flap and fold it in, and that'll help fill in like that neck area. And then the tail, I'm just gonna kind of fold to the back like that. I love when it sounds like there's people in my house and there's not. Makes me feel so safe. So yeah, that's Megs for you. And then this, you know, once it's all connected, you want that kind of rotated. I mean, I guess up to some degree, like that maybe. I might even decide to find like a locking stud here. Maybe I'll put like another, maybe some type of a snot brick with an angle, like a cheese slope on that side, just so that this kind of has something to plug into or like have a resting point. But let's get him in a somewhat of a pose, get his ankles tilted so that way we could get him nice and planted. But there is Transmetal Beastwars Megatron. Straighten your leg. Come on. Be good for the people. So that's what that's going to look like. Like I said, I probably won't build this guy out anytime soon. Just for comparison, I do have my V3 or V4, I think it's V4, Art Fire hanging out. I think it's V3. 1, 2, I don't know. We'll see when I do the video. But, you know, this is kind of like what Inferno would look like next to him. So you can get a sense of scale for that. So, you know, roughly, I mean, he's a bit taller than my regular deluxe class, so, but they're all generally the same size, because even Hasbro has like several different sizes for deluxe these days. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video transformation tutorial, I guess this would be. You know, less than a review, but more of a tutorial on how to transform them if you do decide to buy the pieces. Like I said, like as far as engineering, all of that will still be the same, but I will try to find a way to kind of secure that rotating piece, so that way, I mean, because this, not that it weighs a lot, but in comparison to this arm, of course, it weighs a little bit more. And once the whole thing is exploded, it's difficult to kind of maneuver around a little bit. So I'll find a way to try to make that process a lot smoother. As far as the wings, they'll be spread out, but with the Technic pins, they kind of fold down. Like I said, I'll show what the render looks like at the end of the video. But I just wanted to do the video to show you how to transform it before I go taking this thing apart, because I built as much as I could to see how much I would need to order to finish it. And you know, I think I'm missing like 140 pieces or so, and I'm like, it's not that important right now. At least I could show the transformation, and you guys could buy the pieces and build them yourself. And if you do ever build my models, tag me if you're on social media. I would love to see them. Every now and then I'll have somebody tag me or DM me on Instagram to, you know, show me what they've built, and it looks awesome. So, you know, I want to know that you guys are enjoying the models as well. And that'll be it for this. So you'll see these instructions on brixmediastudios.com at some point. And I've also did the blue version, which is Cryotech, I believe. And I have the renders on my website in the gallery section and on my Instagram as well, if you want to check out to see what the finished version looks like. And yeah, that'll be it. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.